Hi, I'm Shelley Young, and I'm the owner of the chopping block. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a gougere. A gougere is a savory version of a cream puff. So once you learn how to make the savory version of a cream puff, you actually will know how to make a cream puff as well. This recipe has crisp bacon, green onions, and Gruyere cheese in it. So the first step in making this recipe is to crisp our bacon. So I've got my smoked bacon here. It's a thin sliced smoked bacon, which is just fine. If your bacon is thick, that'll work also. But I actually like to cut bacon when it's frozen. I find it easier. Today, this is right out of the refrigerator. I'm just going to go through and chop it like this. These strips will cook down into small pieces, so there's no need to really dice the bacon any smaller than this. We're going to put it into a cold pan. It's one of the few things we cook in a cold pan, but it helps to keep the bacon from sticking, so that's why we do that. And we're going to cook the bacon until it gets nice and crispy, and then we'll pull it out of the pan, leaving the fat in the pan and putting the bacon onto a paper towel lined plate. After our bacon is done cooking, we remove that from the pan and we're left with bacon fat in the pan. I'm going to take all of that fat and put it in a measuring cup. Ultimately, we need 4 ounces of fat. If there is not 4 ounces of bacon fat, we're going to add butter to this to make up the dough. So to make our choux pastry dough, which is what this dough is actually called, we're going to take 1 cup of water, put it into a saucepan. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on high. I'm going to add that combination of butter and bacon fat. Some of the butter's not fully melted, which is fine. I'll just scrape that out. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Add a little bit of salt to that, a teaspoon of salt, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper, about a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. Once this comes to a boil, we're going to add a cup of flour. So we've cooked this for about another 60 seconds. You see there's a film that's just starting to form on the bottom of the pan. I've got 5 large eggs for this recipe. And I like to crack them into a bowl versus cracking them into the pastry dough, just in case I get some shell in there. And then we're going to start adding our eggs to our pastry dough, one at a time. So add 1 and mix it in. So as you add your last egg, it gets a little more challenging to get that egg to mix in. This is a great recipe to actually watch in a video, because otherwise you might think something was wrong. So we've mixed all our eggs into the pastry dough. We're going to add a cup of grated Gruyere cheese. We've got 3 minced scallions, or green onions, and bacon. The bacon we crisped earlier. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. And we're going to mix that in. So we have a parchment-lined sheet pan, and well, this is we call it a pastry scoop, but it's really an ice cream scoop that's very small. These work great for the gougere. If you tried to put that through a pastry bag, all those delicious bits of scallion and bacon would get stuck in your pastry tips. So I think the scoops are a lot easier, especially for this recipe. So our oven is preheated to 400 degrees, and this is a convection. So if you don't have a convection oven, you might want to use 425. We're going to put these in. We're going to bake these for about 20 to 25 minutes. They're going to be golden brown. Let's check our gougere. Oh yeah, these are going to be the perfect appetizer. Golden, brown, crunchy, and airy. And that is how you make gougere.